So we are going to start our practice on the mat this morning. You don't need any props today, but if you would like to grab a strap, you're more than welcome. You can also use like a towel, a tie, jump rope, whatever. We might just use it here and there. So as you start to find a comfortable seat, I invite you just to settle in to your space. First of all, congratulate you in joining me this morning and just taking some time for you. And I always appreciate the support by means of joining my class. So as you settle into your space, you can remove the fleshy parts from your sits bones, grounding down. Shift your shoulders back slightly so that your shoulders stack over your hips and you feel that elongation from your root all the way through the crown of your head. Close your eyes, and we're going to take 5 deep breaths together. And I invite you, as you take these 5 deep breaths, not only to think about the length of your breath, but where you're placing your breath. So often, well, in Western culture, and we say it to suck it in, right? When you're inhaling, you suck it in. In this case, I want you to expand through the belly. And sometimes I find that to be most helpful by simply placing your hands right underneath your belly button and feeling that breath. So let's go ahead and breathe together. 5 deep breaths. Inhale, press the belly button out. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Inhale to expand. Exhale, finding depth. 3 more, just like that, on your own. After your last deep breath, inhale, arms reach out to the side and up to the sky. As you exhale, plant your right hand down next to your right hip, reaching out through the left hand. So no soggy arm French fry here. We're really expanding. As you inhale, reach through the left fingertips. Exhale, bend the right elbow, Sukhasana side bend or easy side bend here. Find your depth in the breath. Gently press down your left hip as it's probably trying to creep up a little bit here. Continuing to breathe. On your next inhale, reach the left arm up, right hand meets your left hand. And as you exhale, left hand comes down, plant it next to your left hip, and then reach through your right hand. Inhale for length, and then exhale, dip into that space, side bend over to your left side. This time, it'll be your right hip that's trying to creep up. So gently press down through your right hip and feel that side body stretch. Inhale, arms come up to the sky, palms meet. As you exhale, interlace the fingers together. And on your next inhale, press the palms up to the sky. Now we're getting into that shoulder space. You can release your neck a little bit, just rolling it side to side. As you bring your head and chin back up, I'm just switching aside so you can see my profile here. Exhale, bring the arms so that they're parallel to the ground and create a C curve shape with your back. Getting into our shoulder space, you can rock side to side. Taking a chance to breathe through any tension that you're holding in your upper body. Something that I learned in my yoga practice is that we often hold stress in our shoulders and in our hips. So we're going to try to target those spaces today. Inhale, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, finding length here. And as you exhale, left hand comes to the outside of your right knee for a twist. Use your right hand as a tool. I like to tent up my fingertips right behind my hip. Pressing down into your space, you can find length. And then as you exhale, deepen your twist. Inhale, both hands come up to the sky. And then as you exhale, side twist over to your left side. Right hand wraps around the left knee, left hand plants behind you. Another teacher that I take classes from used a really great analogy about wringing out a towel. When you're trying to wring out a towel and get all that excess water from it, you don't scrunch it up and wring it, you lengthen it and wring it. And I just really like that analogy as we use that a lot. We need to remember to lengthen before we find any of those twists in our body. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. And as you exhale, hands plant, roll over your knees, and meet me in tabletop position. In this tabletop position, we want to be really aware of how we're stacking our bone on bone and joint on joint. So let's first engage your hand bind by spreading your fingers wide, pressing not only into the heel of your hand, right here, but also into the knuckles and the fingertips. I've heard so many people say, I can't practice yoga because it really hurts my wrists, and that's a real thing. But one thing that you can do in order to try to mitigate that or try to lessen it is engage your whole hand. So working from the palms up, press down into the fingertips, stack your shoulders over your wrists, and then your hips over your knees. You can choose to tuck your toes or press down through the tops of your feet, yogi choice. With this solid foundation, we'll go through 3 rounds of cow-cat. As you inhale, flip the tailbone up, drop the belly, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, press down into the palms, round in the back body, tuck your chin. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Plant your left hand a little bit closer to the center of your space. As you inhale, the right hand reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle, threading the right arm underneath the left armpit. And then gaze up at the ceiling before resting your right shoulder and right ear to the ground. Your hips are going to want to naturally sway over to the left. So actively press the left hip back, centering your hips here. Inhale, press down through the left hand. As you unravel here, right hand reaches up, opening up the chest, and then exhale, right hand plants down. Evening it out on the other side, press down through the right hand. Inhale, left hand reaches up. And exhale, thread the needle. Left arm comes under right armpit. Gaze up. Rest your cheek and ear to the ground as you neutralize your hips, pulling the right hip back this time. Press down through the right hand. Inhale to unravel. Left hand reaches up. And then exhale, come back to tabletop position. Re-engage your hand bind here. Tuck your toes, and on an inhale, lift the knees off the ground. Notice where you're putting your focus here. I really focus on pressing down through my palms, reaching the back, right between the shoulder blades, like pretending that I'm pressing a hand upward. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, straighten your knees, pressing the hips up and back. Our first down dog of the practice, and most likely the first down dog of the day. Go ahead and take some time here, just pedaling out your feet. You can sway your hips side to side. If you're looking to release that, those neck muscles, go ahead and shake your head no, nod your head yes. Inhale, gaze comes to the top of the space, and as you exhale, take tiny steps, walking your feet to the top of your mat. Finding your forward fold position. Your feet are hips width distance. You can measure that by placing your fists right in between your 2 feet. Feel free to bend your knees at whatever comfort level, just really relaxing into this forward fold. Hands can either rest at side, or if you'd like, you can reach for opposite elbows, letting your head and neck dangle between your biceps. Releasing the hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms come to your shins. Exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, come to stand. Arms can reach out to the side and up to the sky. As you exhale, hands come to heart center, Samastihiti. Close your eyes, just taking a moment to set an intention for your practice, for your day. Now, as you start to visualize that mantra or word, I encourage you to press the palms together, creating a straight line of energy from elbow to elbow. Engaging your upper body here. Inhale. And exhale, let the hands fall to your sides. We'll go through a couple rounds of Sun A. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping your feet back to high plank position. Option to come to your knees. We want to focus on form, so our shoulders are stacked over our wrists, actively pressing to the balls of our feet, engaging the entire body. For this first round, exhale, gently start to lower your body all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes so the tops of the feet are pressing into the mat, engaging your entire lower body. And as you inhale, gently lift the chest off the ground. Exhale, let the chest fall, tuck your toes, press up through high plank, and then hips come up and back for a down dog. So for each of those options, we'll do 2 more rounds of Sun A. We'll speed it up a little bit more just to get our heart rate going. And I'm going to give you plenty of options if you want to join me in Chaturanga pose. That's when we're lowering down. You can always take that pose on your knees. I really want you to focus on like your foundation here and build on up. But you know your body best, so yogi's choice throughout. Inhale, gaze comes to the top of your space. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward, chest to leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, step your feet back. Inhale, shift the shoulders slightly. As you exhale, bend your elbows, squeezing them into your rib cage. Inhale, roll on up into upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Last round, linking breath to movement. Inhale, gaze comes to the top of your space. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to stand, arms reach out and up. Exhale, chest to leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga, bending elbows to 90 degrees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog. Oops, I messed up on that one, huh? Upward facing dog, not halfway lift. It's 7 a.m. in San Diego, so take a couple breaths here and take a moment, just feeling what sensation you've created in the body through simple breath and movement as we continue on to Sun B. Inhale, gaze comes to the top of your space. As you exhale, step or jump your feet forward. Inhale, coming into chair pose. So a couple different options with chair pose. And I'm going to give you, yogi's choice here. So the traditional for chair is to actually bring your feet together, toes touch, slight space in between your heels. Hugging the knees inward, you're creating this finding your midline, right? You're creating a pillar here of strength. Others, if you're having any knee problems, you can always open up your feet to hips with distance. You just really want to focus on, again, creating and imagining that midline shooting up. Either way, whatever placement you decide with your feet, shift the weight back into your heels, bend your knees, bringing your seat back. Naturally, you're going to want to stick your butt out, so let's not do that, at least not this early in the morning. So engage your low belly, tucking the pelvis in, and you'll feel the back muscles here. Arms reach out and breathe. Finding power in this pose. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. I know it's burning. It's a good burn though. And then as you exhale, straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step the left foot back. Coming here for low lunge first. I like to place my feet more at train tracks versus a tightrope. So you might want to heel toe your right foot over to the right side of your mat. As you inhale, press down through the feet, coming into crescent lunge. So working toward the 90-degree bend in your right knee, shoulders stack over your hips, arms reach up. We have a tendency to forget about this back leg. We let it kind of go limp. But it's really important to press down through the ball of your left foot, engaging the entire left leg, almost like you're wearing a high heel here. Arms reach up. High heels, what are those? Quarantine days, come on, Ash. Feel that engagement in the low body. We're going to go through 3 transitions here. As you inhale, straighten the right knee, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the right knee, goal post your arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. 2 more, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping the right knee bent, reach the arms up to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, hands come down to frame the right foot. Inhale, right leg rises behind you, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, let the right foot fall down next to your left, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze comes to the top of your space. And as you exhale, step or jump the feet forward, finding our second and last chair pose here. As you inhale, weight comes back into the heels, bend the knees, bringing your seat closer to the mat. Engage the low belly, tucking the pelvic bone in, arms reach up. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step the right foot back. Heel toe the left foot over to the left side, however you like your stance. And on an inhale, come up to crescent lunge. Arms reach up to the sky. Press down through the ball of the right foot, settling into your space here before we move through our transitions. Inhale, straighten the left knee, reaching up. Exhale, bend your left knee, goalpost the arms. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Targeting our hips and shoulders here. Last round, inhale. And exhale. Keeping the left knee bent, arms reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, hands come down to frame the left foot. Inhale, left leg rises behind you. Maybe you'll get a snap, crack, or a pop. And then as you exhale, left foot comes down to the ground, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze comes to the top of your space. Exhale, settle into down dog. Nice little reset here. On your next inhale, right leg rises behind you. As you exhale, step the right foot forward. Rotate the left foot so that it's parallel to the back of the mat. You're looking for heel to arch alignment with your feet. Press down through the right foot, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Arms extended out to the side. As we look down at Warrior Two here and building from the foundation up, your right toes are pointed towards the top of your space. Left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Press into the knife edge of your left foot, really engaging the entire back leg. Shoulders, center out your hips, and then your shoulders will stack over your hips. Arms extend out. On your next inhale, reach the right arm up and back to reverse your warrior. Exhale, commit to the bend in the right knee. Feel the strength build here in your right quad. On your next inhale, straighten the right knee. Reverse triangle. I love feeling those two stretches together because you start to feel that stretch move from the quad to the hip to the side body. Just breathe along the way and enjoy it. Inhale, reach through the right hand. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, framing your right foot. Tuck the left toes here. Inhale, right leg rises behind you. And as you exhale, bend the right knee, stacking the right hip over left. Giving you plenty of options here to open up this hip space. You can Rotate your ankle. You can bend and straighten your knee. If you want to get a little bit deeper, you can create circles with your right knee. And then when you're ready, extend through the right leg and then bring the right foot down to meet the left. We'll go ahead and even that out on the left side. Inhale, left leg rises behind you. As you exhale, step the left foot forward, rotating the right foot parallel to the back of your space. Same foundations on the other side. I just got a nice crack in my hip. And look down. As you create your foundation, settle into your space. Maybe you can take some time here to find your drishti gaze. This is like your center point of concentration. It's just right in front of the left middle finger. I just came back from a retreat myself. I went to Idlewild in the mountains and Joshua Tree in the desert. And something that I learned about myself is that I cannot sit still. This is a challenge for me as well. Maybe you've mastered it. Maybe you're in it with me. As you inhale, reverse your warrior, reaching the left arm up and back. Exhale, commit to the bend in the left knee. Inhale, straighten the left knee, reverse triangle. Breathe into your left side body. Coming back to our breath. Not only the length, but the placement. Inhale, reach through the left fingertips. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down, framing the left foot. Touch the right toes. Inhale, left leg rises behind you. And as you exhale, bend the left knee. Taking whatever stretches or movement you did on the other side. And then inhale, reach through the left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Our last down dog of the day and the last active pose of the day. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. On your next exhale, you can lower down to your knees. Crossing your ankles behind you, go ahead and bring your sit bones down, meeting me back in our seated Sukhasana easy pose. You did it. You took 30 minutes for yourself. Close your eyes, coming back to that intention you set for your class. You can bring your hands to heart center. Taking a moment to show gratitude for every muscle, bone, and joint that takes you through your practice. Bringing your prayer to third eye, thankful for all the life lessons that have come before us, some a lot easier than others, but all providing perspective. And as you bow forward, grateful for this space where we can practice together, even while far apart. All the places you have gone and all the places you will go once this all has passed. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I invite you to stick around for a cup of coffee or tea. You might notice that I didn't bring you into Shavasana because the sun is out here in San Diego. Rose is already like halfway through her day. But I like ending this here in this very active pose, so you can choose whatever you'd like to do with your morning. But if you're interested in joining me for coffee and tea, I'd happily share more about the Arbonne products that I've been loving lately and answer any questions that you got. So I'll meet you back here in like 2 minutes if you're gonna join. If not, thank you so much for joining. I'll be here doing this class every Saturday in January at this time. And any donations that I receive for the class are going to go to the Color of Change organization. So just so you know where your donations are going.
How do we donate, Ash?
Great question. I will give you 2 different options. You can either Venmo me or I can throw their website into the chat. And I'll do that now.
Go ahead.